しまさい。天理人道。タッチボー決まりだ。タッチレタ
Alright, what's up everybody? I would like to just quickly make this video to share something that I've read in my recent YouTube video. I'm going to be as respectful as I can about this, but this is just something that's a reoccurring theme with me clearing content and then someone getting mad over the fact that I cleared. It happened with my first ever ultimate clear, Uwu. I joined the game around June 2021, so I was kind of late to the party. I joined around end of Shadowbringers, and from there, I started playing the MSQ, I started progressing, and then I jumped into Uwu. I wanted to do the ultimates in order, so I started with Uwu. I thought Uwu was the first one. It was actually Ucob, but I did Uwu, then Ucob, T, and then I finished the rest as they came out. Top was my ultimate kill on release. When DSR came out, I was already progging T. But in this video, I would like to talk about with the Arcadion Savage. We cleared week 2 for Arcadion and not week 1, and this guy had an issue with that. I'm not really sure why you would be mad at someone else for clearing at a different pace than you. But yeah, the group I joined is not a week 1 group. It didn't matter when we cleared. And why do I join that group is because I have raided with them in the past. I cleared UCUB with them for the first time. So I grew a bond with them, right? Like, especially with Arrogant, because, he's the raid lead. He's the rat king, all right? The static is the rats. And I enjoy playing with him. And I was looking forward to it because, when you start off FF14 very early on, you kind of just want to play with them again because you had such a good time. It's not necessarily a hardcore static or something. It's not a hardcore. It's semi-hardcore. We're here just to have fun. All right. A lot of them I've also played with them. I played with Claudio. I played with the other members in the team. Some of them I know them for a while, but have never actually played in a Savage tier with them. Like Uncle, for example. He's our tank. Phenomenal. He got the grasp of it, and it's his first raid tier clear, which is awesome. And I was really happy about that. And a lot of us, I met some new folks in there too. And so, well, here's what this guy has to say about it. And he puts that I killed this tier late. So he says late AF. And I say, like, who asked? And he got giga out ratioed. So he's kind of mauled about this. So later on he says, oh, no one. That's because you're relevant. I knew this would be your result this tier. Now, here's the thing is, how would you know this would be the result this tier? You don't even really watch my stream. You don't really know what's going on. I specifically chose a static that isn't a week 1 clear. It's just for fun, and we're here to enjoy the fight. It's the right mix of silliness and messing around and also trying hard. It's fun. I enjoy that kind of setting. I would choose that over hardcore week 1 group any day because I have a great time with them. So what's the problem? Why do you care so much about what I do with my raid tier and like how we progress? I don't really understand. So let's keep going here, right? So he says I'm irrelevant. He knew this would be the result. He didn't. Remember the guy that poked you for making guide videos despite only having cleared 1 ultimate at the time? Yeah, that was me, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no fucking clue who this guy is. I have no idea who this is. I have no idea what he poked me for. Well, I don't even know who this guy is, and he's talking like as if he's living in my mind and I remember him. I do not remember you. You're so irrelevant in my mind that I have absolutely no idea who you are, and I also do not care what you said on when I cleared my first ultimate. I do not care. So here it is. Congrats on getting Penta Legend and all, but it was harder during current content. I cleared top on release, and I couldn't clear the other ones on release because I was doing them in order. Like, when DSR came out, I was still doing T, and also I was doing the Savage tiers that came out. So I did Asphodelis, and while I was doing Asphodelis, there was also T, and I had to finish T, and I had to finish the other ultimates. Yeah, so I didn't clear on release. So what? I don't really understand. I cleared top on release because I decided to go hard. I decided to go in and prog longer, so I joined a specific static that rated longer hours than top. They did like 8 hours, 12 hours. We went hard on that, and eventually we cleared it on patch, okay? Because I chose to do that. You have to understand, like, this is a team game. The team you choose based on what goals you want, That's what matters, is you choose your experience, and I chose mine. And I don't think there's a problem with that at all. So here we go. He says here, you had a chance to prove me wrong by getting a week 1 clear in the easiest Savage tier since Asphodelis, but you choke. Sucks to suck. So here's the thing, all right? I'm not here to prove anyone wrong, right, whatever. I don't care. Why should I shape my experience around you about what you want? I'm not here to prove anybody anything. I'm not here to be an example for anybody. I'm not here to prove shit. I'm just here to have a good time and play the raid tier with my friends. Like, what is your problem? I mean, come on, man. I don't care about this, right? And then he mocks the other person in the comments saying, said every great parser ever, you're definitely on the PF blacklist 100%. And I don't care. This guy is obviously a parsing parry. He cares about your parse. If you got great parse, he cares about it. If whatever your parse is. So I already tell this is a fake hardcore raider. He's just trying to play tough, because normal hardcore raiders don't actually think this way. Normal hardcore raiders would understand what a week 1 group is and what a week 1 group, what a non-week 1 group does. A hardcore raider would understand that. This guy does not. All right? Because he already assumed just because I make guides, it means that I am automatically, trying to aim for week 1. And I hate this like false consensus that, oh, a consecrator who makes guides should always do week 1 to further validate that their guide is useful. It's stupid. How is it that if you clear a fight and then you have to clear it within a week so that your guide is more relevant? Like, what? I don't really understand that. Maybe you guys can explain it to me, or maybe this guy can explain it to me, because I don't really think this is a logical take at all. So if I make a ninja job guide that I put, I've been playing a lot of ninja. I play so much ninja. You can check my FF logs. You can see I've cleared all the raid tiers with ninja. It's my favorite job. So I have a lot of experience with the job. I've cleared all the ultimates with ninja. I can make a ninja guide. I cleared T. I cleared DSR. I can make a DSR and a T guide, for LPDU, and I made a T guide for LPDU because there wasn't one at the time, so I made one. So now it exists, and everyone tells me that they find the guide useful, that they have actually learned from the guide, or that it helped them clear the fight, is what I'm trying to say, okay? It helped them, and that's what matters, is that there was value in it. Do I need the week 1 clear T in order to make a guide? That's absurd, and I wasn't even around to play FF14 at that time. So what is this take? I'm just really confused. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what he says next here. All right, he says he's basically attacking other people in the comments. He's getting giga out ratioed, so he's just mauled at this point. But yeah, this is what he actually said to this person. If you care enough to comment about other people's progress when you're not even playing with them, then damn, you should be on the same blacklist. Such a loser attitude. I'm brand new to Savage, and the #1 advice I was given by some of my friends who cleared the tier day 1 and also paused higher than you ever could, I'm 99% sure of that, was to hold DPS where confidence is low to prevent any hesitation while learning or resolving mechanics for the sake of consistency. This leads to lower DPS on clear, obviously. Also, why do parses matter when the tiers void of DPS checks? They literally don't matter unless you're below the min DPS. And then he says, let's see your logs. I want to see, okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's keep going to what Mr. Turkey says over here. He says, you definitely don't week 1 prog, bro. Obviously, parsing during prog matters very little. That's not what he said earlier. He obviously cares about parse, so here I already know he's bullshitting, because early on he said he was mocking someone for quote-unquote being a great parser, so I know he cares about parsing. He's a parsing parry. I know what they look like. He's one of them. So here he's bullshitting. He's lying. He obviously cares about it. He does care about it during prog. Otherwise, he wouldn't have mentioned great parsing. That's just, like, logical. Anyone could come to that conclusion. We'll go ahead and see here. He says, I was the one who got into it with you when you kept making guides despite only clearing 1 or 2 ultimate. Just find it funny that there's new content that comes out and you're late to clearing. Guess you really aren't that guy after all. Yeah, I mean, you wish you could be the Ninja Prodigy, bro. You ain't even close. I mean, I'd be surprised if this guy can land a single Rayton. I mean, what are we talking about here? Don't release guides. You are not good enough. You had a chance to prove me wrong, but your performance this tier was laughable. Congratulations on your week 2 clear, though. So basically, in this guy's eyes, you are good enough if you week 1 clear. If you do not week 1 clear, you are not good enough. And so because of that, you cannot make guides because you haven't week 1 cleared. This is a crazy concept because I did a P9S limit cut guide, and I explained to people how to do P9S, and I didn't week 1 clear, and a lot of people found value in that guide. I was explaining how to do stuff. I was explaining how my static did it, and how you know, it was the JP strat that we used on Twitter. We found it, and so I made a video about it. Is my guide irrelevant because of that? And it found a lot of value. A lot of people actually found value in that guide, and they thanked me like for making the guide. So what's the problem here? do you need the week 1 clear? Now seriously, like if you're a hardcore raider, and I'm speaking to you right now, let's say you're a hardcore raider, you do week 1, you cleared week 1, do you think that my P9S guide would be considered irrelevant, right? The limit cut guide explaining how to limit, would it be considered irrelevant because I didn't clear Anabesios in week 1? Just I'm really curious here, because no logical person would think this. No one thinks this. This is a fake hardcore raider yapping in the comments about something, about some shit he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He doesn't do his research. He doesn't know what's going on in my static. He doesn't realize that my static is a bunch of friends grouping up together to clear the raid tier together, and where there's the right mix of silliness and the right mix of having fun and going hard at the fights. And I enjoyed that environment. I would take that easily over a hardcore week 1 group, whatever. I just wanted to enjoy, and I played with them in the past, so I just want to have a good time. What's the problem? And you know, that's really confusing, and this is something that was brought up to me in the past whenever I cleared Uwu. So we have this person here. This person mentions that I can't comment about ultimate when I've only done Uwu, which barely even counts as an ultimate at this point. And I told him that's a trash take. And this was, by the way, this was when I first only had 1 ultimate clear. So now that I've cleared all 5 ultimates, now can I talk about ultimates? You see what I mean? It's like, I already cleared all the ultimates, so now am I like, now do I have some merit behind my words on ultimates? And everything I was talking about with Uwu was completely right, even looking back at it now, after I got Penta Legend. I look back at my Uwu video that I made, everything was right about it. I was talking about the DPS check being simple, which it was, right? Because I started playing this game in June 2021. The guides, the ultimates, the guides, everything was already there and it was already refined, right? So what he mentions here, because in the video I say, I don't feel the stress of DPS. And he says, I talk about level 70 ultimate and the baby ultimate at that. And I tell him, am I wrong? The whole video is regarding Uwu and not all the ultimates in FF14. I am still correct. The DPS check in Uwu is nothing. Your comment isn't telling me anything. You are simply confirming what I said in the video. And I tell him, what's your point? Pay more attention to the video. It's in the title. It clearly specifies Uwu. So obviously this guy is talking like, so as if like I'm commenting on all ultimates. I was not. I was talking about Uwu. So here he says, the point is you can't comment about ultimate when you've only done Uwu, which barely even counts as an ultimate at this point. And that's obviously when he said that. So there we go. This isn't the first time someone's really like going at me for this kind of stuff. Right here, he's jumping me because what? Because I didn't week 1 clear Arcadion. Why do you care so much if I week 1 clear or not? That's what I'm really not like understanding. Like, it's just really confusing to me, and I just wanted to put it out there and make a video about it because for me, I really just cherished my time with the static. I had a good time in Arcadion. We progged hard. It was fun. It was awesome. Also talking to Uncle, for example, about max melee, because in M2S, I was like, hey, you know, you can go a little bit further. You can max melee. You know, it's his first Savage tier clear. You know, it's about, you know, this game is about teaching each other and going through the struggle together, no matter what it is. And that's the fun thing. And we have to be understanding of that. And that's why I like this team, is because we have the right balance of going hard, but also there's a lot of silliness and having fun together. And I enjoy that. I enjoy that experience. And I can shape my experience how I want. All right? If I want to go hardcore week 1 group, I would have just joined the week 1 group. I would join a week 1 static. I'd go in. I'd clear week 1. I'm done. Right? But I'd rather play with my friends. I'd rather play with people that I've played with in the past because I want to have a good time with them. And it's savage. If it was ultimates, personally, if it was ultimates, I want to raid longer. Like with the rats, we're raiding 3 hours per day. All right, 5 days a week, 3 hours. Okay. I also think we could have week 1 cleared if we even did 5 hours or 4 hours. But also in week 1, I had a lot of internet issues on M3S. I DC'd like 5 times. Fluff, his internet messed up. He had to use mobile data to be able to raid with us. I mean, there's just issues that happen sometimes. That's life, all right? Just me getting a week 1 clear doesn't prove shit. It doesn't prove anything. And if I really wanted to, I'd do it. I'd join a week 1 group to do that. But it's not really something I chased for. It's Savage tier. In Ultimates, I want to raid longer. I want to raid 8 hours, 12 hours. I would obviously, personally, when it comes to Ultimates, I want to raid longer. Because for top, I found it raiding longer is really beneficial because the fights are very long. They last 20 minutes. Top lasted over 20 minutes. It's a long fight, right? So ideally, with this kind of fights, you want to raid longer, right? For Savage, it's Savage. I'm here to have fun each week, raid with people that I already have played with in the past. I want to raid with Arrogant. I wanted to have fun. I'm sorry. Like, is that a bad thing that I choose to just raid this way? Should I have to play around how you want me to raid, or who's the one playing the game, me or you? And so like that's just something I just wanted to talk about. Sorry if I sound like heated or mad in this video. Like, honestly, it's just something that I think people just don't understand that sometimes. So, like, not all people, of course, but there are some people that don't understand this basic concept. And I think even if you are a hardcore raider, you can disagree with this guy because these are completely unhinged takes. They make absolutely no sense. It's just nonsense. It's complete nonsense. A lot of people have found my guides to be valuable. A lot of people for my DSR, for my T guide, they come to my stream and they tell me, hey, Alninio, thank you so much for the guide. Thank you so much for the ninja guide. Thank you. So there is obviously a lot of people that find value in the guides. Wouldn't it be not valuable if people said they didn't find it useful? So this guy is obviously jealous. He's obviously mad. He's pissed off because I happen to make guide content and I try to make them as comprehensive as possible. This guy ain't about it. He just wishes he could be the Ninja Prodigy because he ain't even near close. You ain't even in my league, bro. How about you land a Rayton for one time and then maybe we can talk about it, all right? Let's talk about it when you land a single Rayton, which is, definitely guaranteed crit because all my Raytons crit. Real and true, true and real. All right, that's really just all I want to talk about in this video. It's just something that, oh man, I always seem to run through these type of people every time I do something in the game, whether it's like an achievement, or if I clear something, people get mad when I clear something. If I clear T, people get mad. If I clear frickin' this Savage tier, people get mad. Just, what do you want? Just let me be happy with clearing the fight. It's not really affecting you in any way. And it doesn't devalue my guides in any way. Just because you clear week 1 or not is irrelevant because I chose not to join a week 1 group. If I wanted to, I could have, but I just simply chose not to because I want to play with friends. So really, that's it. I just wanted to talk about this. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be live over on our stream. We'll be doing our re-clears and all that. I'm just going to be having fun with them. But yeah, I would take this over any hardcore group. It's a lot of fun, and they're good folks. They're good people, and I will continue to raid with them for the Savage tier, whether you like it or not. And that's it. I shape my experience. You don't. I do. So, please, let me do my thing. You do your thing, and that's it, right? Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Delayed this video long enough, and I'll catch you in the arena. Peace out.
That was very
good. 3 potions. 3 potions. Dude.
Ace!
Let's go. Oh my god.
Yes.
Too easy.
Why did I buy all those potions?
All 6 Zeno, you called it. We only did it like 2 pulls.
Alright, good night. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Go! Man.
That was so anticlimactic, holy.
You're the best,
Real
dude.
quick though, this has been one of the best raiding experience I've ever had.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
It has been
this
so
has
fun.
been so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been absolutely great.
and I'm thankful you allowed me to join.
You
I'm
make it
thankful
sound
to
like...
meet. I'm thankful to meet all of you. I'm thankful to party with all of you.
Hey,
Okay,
man.
so Thanksgiving, calm down.
Shut up, dude. Let me be
The water,
nice.
you know.
I have a lot of love to give.
Oh, wholesome uncle.
For it, mate.
It was
Stage is yours.
good. It was good to co-tank with you, Zeno. And
Oh,
because you guys don't want to be nice, I fucking hate all of you.
Yeah.
I'll see you never.
Like every one of us really worked well together as a whole, and
Yeah.
it's amazing. Like this is one of my favorite like static runs ever, and I've been in quite a few.